in the lobby of Ramsey Solutions. Brian and Debbie are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Good, Dave. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Welcome, welcome. Where do y'all live?
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Fun. Welcome to Nashville. That's a bit of a trip.
Yeah, we flew in.
That's not too bad then. Not too bad. Here to do your debt-free scream.
Yes, sir.
How much have you paid off?
$228,000.
Wow. And how long did that take?
6 years, 9 months.
Way to go. And making what kind of income range during that time?
We made about $100,000 a year, and then in 2015, to help push us towards the finish line, we had our biggest year ever, and that was at $152,000.
Way to go. What do you guys do for a living?
I'm an airline pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I was an airline pilot, and then once we had our children, I stopped and did some odd jobs to help us finish off the debt, and now I'm a stay-at-home mom.
I love it. Very, very cool. All right. So I'm guessing with the time frame and the amount, you must have paid off your house.
Yes, sir.
You guys are way too young to have a paid-for house. You're completely weird.
Yeah, it feels good.
I love this. And you did it in under 7 years. How old are you two?
I'm 32.
34.
Goodness. Wow. I love it. And what's this house worth?
It's worth about $300,000.
In Pittsburgh, that's a great house, man.
Yeah, we're really blessed.
Yes, fair.
That is awesome. A $300,000 paid-for house, no debt in the world at 32 years old. You got 2 little kids. What ages and names?
So Jennings is 3 years old, and Creighton is 10 months.
Ah, wow. Life is good on your planet.
Yes.
Wow, you guys. Excellent. So what happened 6 years and 9 months ago? Tell me this story.
Yeah, so it actually goes back farther than that. When I got my first airline job out of college, I looked at the income I was going to earn, over a 40-year career, and thought I better learn something about how to manage money. So I just started reading everybody, but I had never come across your material. Then in 2009, we got married, we bought this house, and we were at my sister's house. My brother-in-law had your Total Money Makeover book sitting on the coffee table. I picked it up, no kidding, I read 2 paragraphs in it and said, I already know all this stuff, and I put it back down. But God was tugging at my heart that day to take that book and read it, and you don't, miss that. So took it home, read it in 1 week, handed it to Debbie. I said, you got to read this book. We're going to pay off our house. And we never looked back. Your plan works.
Wow. Very cool. So, Debbie, when he hands you that book, what were you thinking?
Well, we always had an idea of being smart with money, but seeing it spelled out so clearly and just knowing what the Bible says about it, it just clicked on all cylinders, and God was like, do this.
Yep.
So we just went gazelle intense.
Well,
So there wasn't a lot of resistance then when he hands you the book. You went, okay, I'll look at it.
Yeah.
And then you read it and you went, oh, I'm in, let's do this.
Yes, absolutely.
Pretty cool. So not a big fight or anything to get anybody on board. It was just like
Not on that time.
just when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Wow, you guys are amazing. Very, very cool. So when none of your friends have a paid-for house. I mean, hardly any. I mean, it would be very weird. 32 years old. When somebody hears you have a paid-for $300,000 house, they must think you earn $500,000 a year or something.
Yeah.
What do you tell them? How do you tell them you got out of debt? What do you tell them the secret is?
Well, I'll go to the secrets, but we actually have a very interesting story even before we get into that. In 2011, we were both flying for regional airlines, flying those regional jets around the U.S., and we decided that we wanted to start a family, and we didn't want Debbie to have to fly anymore so that she could be home. So we started looking at other opportunities of how we can get rid of her income, have a couple of kids, and be able to pay off our home within the 7 years that we had planned. And so we ended up going overseas for 4.5 years. So in July of 2011, I got hired by a company in the Middle East.
Wow.
And we moved over to Dubai.
What an adventure.
No, it was an amazing adventure. And the income that we were earning there, we were able to put, most all of it on this house. And just January 8th of this year, we moved back home. And February 11th, we made our final mortgage payment.
It's an excellent plan. Absolutely love it. How fun. So are you flying commercial there or corporate?
Yeah, commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
But as far as your question about the secrets, I mean, Debbie has a good one for that. Go ahead.
Well, it was a lot of sacrifice. I think people can look and think, oh, wow, they had a decent income, they were smart about the money, but there was a lot of sacrifices and not doing things, especially in Dubai. The culture there is just so over the top and everything's at your fingertips. So I would say sacrifices.
Very affluent and a lot of opportunity to spend money. Is that what you're saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
a lot. But also, you just have to stop with the excuses. You can excuse yourself for not starting the program. You can come up with all the excuses about my income isn't regular, or, I have kids, they have to have a great Christmas, or they have to have new school clothes. And you just have to stop with the excuses and, put on your shoes and get to work and find ways. I did, I helped kids learn how to swim for a little bit. I helped at a softball league for a little bit. And then God put a great opportunity in actually at the church in front of me. But if you keep plugging away, if you're good with the talents he gives you, he will give you more. And you just have to try and keep going and put away the excuses.
Preach it. I love it. Well done. That's it right there. No excuses. Well, because there's always something.
Yes.
I mean, there's always, it doesn't matter how much money you make, there's always something.
Absolutely.
There really is. And you just got to go, no, this is more important. We're doing this. And you set out a goal of 7 years, and you did it in 6 years and 9 months. 3 months early it comes in.
Yes.
But you paid a price. I mean, you moved your family overseas.
Yeah.
You said no a lot. And now we're back, and everything's set. And you're set for life. You really are.
Yeah,
well, we
we're very
actually
happy.
have bed sheets that have a hole the size of our 2-year-old, but we were like, we're not getting new ones until this house is paid off.
In that last year, yeah, we had bed sheets. The hole was huge, but for me, it was a reminder every night when I went to bed of the sacrifice that we were making, and now we have some nice new sheets.
There you go. Well, you can afford them. Yeah, you got a $300,000 paid for house. You make $150,000. Yeah, I think you're going to be all right. You guys are awesome. Absolutely fun. Very, very, very well done. All right, it's Brian and Debbie, Jennings and Creighton, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Their house is paid for at 32 years old, worth $300,000. They paid off $228,000 in 6 years and 9 months, making 100 up to 152, including a little stint in Dubai as part of the program. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2,
Two,
1. We're debt free!
And the crowd goes wild. What a great story. Man, I love it. Hey, listen, the one thing you want to make sure you hear in every one of these stories, and it was right there in front of you in that story, is these people struggle. This is not easy. It's hard. But it's worth it. Not anybody can get out of debt because not everybody will pay a price to win. The Bible says no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness. You're going to pay a price to win. It's how life works. So just like Debbie said, no excuses. No excuses. You got a feeling when that little lady says no excuses, she freaking means it. That's awesome. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show. So you have to break the cycle. You have to flip this thing on its head and make it behave. You've got to get so fired up and wired up that your broke friends think you've lost your mind.